Fuck, isn't it?
I'm standing right here to tell you all I am the best in the world.
Oh, hello. You guys like wrestling or like talking about wrestling or discussing wrestling or maybe even discussing wrestling video games or wrestling figures? Well, you come to the right place. With me and 2 other friends, welcome to 15 Friends. On this show, we'll be discussing the current state of the wrestling world. We will also be discussing future and upcoming and current wrestling toys. And if you have any desire to see what a dream match is, we can show you via
If you're looking for the first ever Random Nonsense Presents the Heel Turn Wrestling Show ever, like full wrestling, no bullshit, no other things but pro wrestling, and has me, you tell, I'm a wrestling fan. You don't believe me? I'm a wrestling fan. Oh wait, let's look again. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. So when I'm telling you this show is going to be hard-hitting, impacting pro wrestling chat with pro wrestling people.
Before I forget, the intro, it may be 3 minutes long, but it just proves that you're a true wrestling fan. Like, that's a legit wrestling intro.
You know, I cannot wait till we get like a month of shows under our belt to fill in some of that gap that I had to use with just stuff I had on the computer. I was watching that and I'm dying. I'm like, oh god, I cannot wait to have at least a month of these in so I can clip a bunch of stuff out because that was rough.
what did you add in that you just had on a computer?
The punk photos, the 4 horsewomen, like all like those stock shots were just stuff I had floating around on the computer. I'm like, I don't know what else to put in here. And I still have like 45 seconds to fill in. I'm like, what am I going to put here? So then I had to start moving things around to figure out where it was all going to fit.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute, like, what did he put in for fillers?
The stock photos.
It worked.
Hi again, Billy.
And then, of course, you used my entire video, which I thought you were gonna. Like,
again.
Edit it, but
I needed fillers, sir. I needed fillers for our first intro. Not like we've done this before, and I had a month's worth of stuff to go through.
I'll give you that. But
I first thought what we had today, and
I first thought I was like, oh man, he used my whole video.
I cut out the front part and the ending. Like, it doesn't go down the hall the walk through the door. I cut all that out. And then the end where you stand there and stare at the camera for like 40 more seconds just blankly. I cut all that out.
Yeah.
Wow, threw you right under the bus.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't record it, so I had my wife record it for me. So
and he's never done this before, so
now you're throwing your wife under the bus.
Yeah.
That's about right.
It's just easier to do that.
Well,
do you not approve?
Well, this is the heel turn. It is another little umbrella-y part of Random Nonsense because, you know, me and Billy have had this talk forever to get this going, to finally do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to do it. It's about time. Let's get it done.
And let's not forget that you've been constantly like nagging me 24/7 to like, we should do a wrestling podcast. We got to talk about wrestling. When are we going to do a wrestling podcast?
And he finally said yes after I've known him since 2018. So last 7 years. I don't do math.
Was it 2018? No, I moved to Florida. Maybe it was 2017. I moved to Florida in 2018.
I knew you in either the tail end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018 because we were friends when you moved to Florida. Like, I knew you at that point already.
That's true. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And you guys have a whole history.
I know her too.
Literally met standing in line outside Hot Topic and just overheard a conversation, and we were just like, hey, you like Funkos? We like Funkos. Let's talk.
And then we've been friends ever since.
That's all it takes. I don't know how many people I've made friends with outside of like, well, RIP Heroes Hideout, but like
Yes.
at meet and greets. And now they're some of the people I talk to like at least once a week online, you know?
Which is nice. And we only became friends because I worked at the gas station you stopped at, and you came in, I think, one day, and it was one of your many wrestling shirts, and I was like, ooh, I like that person. And we got talking. I've been friends ever since.
What are you talking about?
Bond over pro wrestling. That's how friends are made.
Exactly.
Real friends. Real friends.
And you were awesome because you supported local independent wrestling and let me hang up flyers for the Dynasty show that was coming up.
Yes. Well, that's why I had to add that one clip in there, because I could not do that.
Okay.
You mean that gas station that you miss working at?
I do not miss working at that gas station, sir.
That gas station that I never go to now unless it's like middle of the night and I'm desperate.
That gas station I haven't stepped foot in since the day he left too.
Nice.
That's not.
That seems to be like the go-to for most people I still run into. Like, I haven't been in there since you guys left. I go, thank you, but you can go in there. It's not like it was mine. I'm not attached to it. Like, I don't.
No, but it's just the way they treated you. Like, and they were like I don't know about anybody else that knew how they treated you, but you were like, you sent me screenshots what the owner was texting you, and I was like, oh
Damn.
Yeah.
And they were like, they tried to get
like last 6 months. I was like, I gotta get out. I'm done.
Yeah, like, and then when you actually left, and they were like, oh, you're gonna be under investigation because they think that you're stealing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a hot mess after I left. It went through a whole bunch of shit.
And they withheld your money for like 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
Not your stealing monies.
Yeah, they weren't great people, unfortunately.
That's sadly the truth about a lot of business owners, it seems. But
we're here to talk about pro wrestling. We do needed some context of the backstory and how we all became friends and how we got here, so we fulfilled that.
Well, speaking of shitty people that run businesses, let's talk about the WWE.
Fair enough. Nice segue, Billy. Wait, that's what we need. I need to get like a little clip and just run that, like when you come up with something.
Don't run that one.
Don't
put it up there.
Wait, but can we talk about how like maybe that it wasn't Road Dogg's fault that SmackDown has been bad, and that maybe it only got worse in the last 2 weeks since he's been gone.
I mean, SmackDown has always been hard for me to watch, even back like in the early 2000s and whatnot. Like even when it was like at its peak, SmackDown has always been the bastard son, we'll say. Like they want good eyeballs there, they want good talent, but they don't really do with that like they do with Raw. Like they carry Raw, they make Raw like clean and pretty, but SmackDown, it's like we don't know what to do with you guys, so go down there and we'll play.
Yeah,
you know what it is?
Be the flagship show. I mean, and then sadly, I mean SmackDown. I mean during the SmackDown Fist era, like that was pretty cool. But SmackDown's always kind of in the second tier. But sadly, like NXT has even topped it sometimes. It's certain periods. Like I'd rather watch NXT than SmackDown.
Shit, Triple A's even like topped SmackDown lately.
I love the fact that AAA is part of WWE now. I know it's probably not the greatest business venture for some people or whatever, but the fact that I'm actually watching AAA shows now, I would have never
for the first time, because like you got to remember AAA never aired in America, and now it's airing on Fox in the United States on Saturday nights.
Corey freaking Graves on commentary,
and Corey Graves on commentary, and if you watch the clips online through like either YouTube or Twitter. If you watch, like, you got Rey Mysterio that does the translations.
Yes, yeah. Yep. Oh, I was pointing that out the other day. It was funny because he was, I don't remember. I think it was him and there was a Penta match or something. But Rey was on commentary translating things being said about Rey. Yeah. Like, and he was like, this is a little weird, but he's saying that I'm the best. Yeah, you know.
Yep. The funny thing is like, if you hear Rey do the translations, he does it with no emotion at all. He just talks like nonchalantly. He doesn't put any excitement behind any of the translations. He's just like mellow, monotoned, like no emotion whatsoever.
Well, Mommy, you've come to the right place then, because we will educate you up on most of current wrestling. Because between us three, we've got 30 years of knowledge plus.
I mean, I'm 30, almost 34. Started watch wrestling when I was 5. So yeah, it's pretty close.
Billy only got like 15 years. She's only 25, so
right.
We have to catch her up.
I was about to like, damn, and you started talking about your ages, but I was going to say I got you, girl, because I was around for the Hulk Hogan era too.
Listen, Josh has been around since Vince McMahon Sr.'s been alive, so
yeah. Which is sad to admit. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I mean, come on,
That's okay. It's okay. There's only one grandfather here, so.
Yep, it's true.
That's me. I'm someone's pappy. Ooh, if I ever get in the ring, that's gonna be my name, Pappy, and I'm gonna dress up like an old man and just do frog splashes, like climb up the first rope, just go, and just fall on people.
And be like, what was it? Is it? I forget what promotion that he was wrestling for, but there is that wrestler who's like, I think he's like 75 and he wrestles. I think it might be for TNA, where he just comes out in like a blue singlet and everything.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's just like 75 years old. He's just like wrestling and taking bumps.
Well, Ricky Morton has been wrestling, and he was like 77, I think, and he wrestled an entire match. Like, it was crazy.
I mean, the Rock and Roll.
I know, like in the past couple of years with NWA, because his son's on there, so he did.
I mean, cool, didn't the Rock and Roll Express just do like a segment on AEW a few years ago where like they got their asses beat backstage by FTR, and they're like almost 80, and they're not just taking bumps, they took bloody bumps too.
Yep.
Like, tough old dudes.
Same thing with Tully when FTR was with Tully Blanchard. He took a bloody bump backstage too, and he's like in his mid-70s.
These guys aren't afraid.
Nah.
No, and that's the difference in the generation that they grew up in. They're used to doing that 7 days a week at fucking little school gyms and everything. So for them to be like, oh, you want to give me a good chair shot? All right, cool, I'm in.
Whoever just commented about the Von Erichs, please go check out the movie. Like, the Iron Fist was an amazing movie.
I still have yet to watch that. I know I'm a bad fan for that, but I just haven't.
And there's MJF's in it too. So
tiny. Yeah, he is.
Though that's The Wrestler is the best movie about pro wrestling.
The Wrestler?
Yep, with
Mickey Rourke.
Yep, that's such a good fucking movie.
Even though, like that's one of like the movies he said he like hated doing.
Which is sad because he does a good job at it. You think if you would hate it, he wouldn't have done such a good job.
Right.
I mean, I think he might have just hated it after he did it though.
That could make sense.
It's probably just it just seemed like one of those things where like I don't think he sees that as a crowning like achievement in his career.
Yeah, that's a sad thing. You think he would? But what do I know?
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of other fun things in pro wrestling, not that I'm going to be that guy, but what about Randy going full Randy again?
2000. I'm hoping that we get at least like 2009 again. Maybe bring back the punt kick. I mean, they've teased the punt kick. They've teased the punt kick how many times in the last 6 months? So
at least once every time he's in the ring.
Yeah, or backstage.
Yep.
He's the freaking goat at it though. Just the emotion and like the turmoil in his face and the acting on top of everything else. But what did we expect? It's Randy Orton. Of course he was going to have another heel turn.
He's got to. And they're going to put the belt on him so he can either get right up next to John or maybe be the one that John hands the 18 to.
Nah, he's going to get to 15 probably. I don't see it going past.
Yeah, I don't see it going past it.
But if anyone else besides John does deserve that, it would be Randy.
And R-Truth.
Yes.
Just start now in his 50s.
Not have a world belt yet. Like, come on. Even if it was like one of those he wins it on the pay-per-view, then loses it that Monday, give the dude his flowers. Let him at least rock the belt for a week.
Yeah, at WWE. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the all-time 24/7 champ, though. I mean, come on.
Yes.
But speaking of, he is also a former NWA heavyweight champ.
He was.
Ron Killings did hold some gold, but unfortunately not properly in WWE.
it's mainly been tag teams in the U.S. belt, if I remember correctly. That's about all he's ever owned, or not owned, but held.
For R-Truth, I mean, 24/7 tag team unites, never Intercontinental champion. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, those are the only two that I can recall besides the 24/7.
But speaking of him, props to him. That I just saw that. I posted that the other day about how he's had a title in WWE for like the last 4 decades.
He's won it.
Yeah, he's 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah, he's won a title in his 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Yeah,
crazy.
Was he a hardcore champion? Because he was around back then when him and Road Dogg were a tag team. Was he ever part of the hardcore?
Let me look that up.
I don't know.
Where's my phone? I will Google.
Look
at us being smart pro wrestling fans. Proud of us already.
Smarks.
I don't know. I don't remember if he was, because I guess him and Road Dogg didn't really. I mean, they wrestled, but they didn't. I don't think they won any championships together.
I don't remember. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
If my stupid ADD would not be mean to me, I could type this easier.
Well, it's also like we're not there, but we're watching you type. It's harder. It's always harder to type something or write something when somebody's watching.
Yes, right. He won it twice when he was called K-Quick in early 2001.
Really?
Yep, he held it twice. For some reason, I thought I remembered that as a kid, and I was like, wait, I feel like that's a real thing. And I was right.
So he could, well, no, he couldn't do that. But so there is an elite, there is one group of champions, but I think only like either, you might want to look this up, but like I think either 2 or 3 people have it where it's called like a super,
the Grand Slam champion?
Yeah, like a super Grand Slam champion, because I think Jeff Hardy's one of them where he's like a world champion, Intercontinental, United States, hardcore, European, and tag team or something like that. And it involves like all of the old mid cards, the new mid cards, the tag team titles, and then the world titles.
Right. Yeah, I know that for actual like Grand Slam, it was. I know because The Miz made a big deal out of it because John Cena was a Grand Slam champion and The Miz was too, but The Miz is a two-time
Grand Slam.
And now he can never, The Miz or John Cena can never beat him, which is pretty cool. I'm a secret fan of The Miz.
Oh, I've loved The Miz since I was a kid. I will never not admit that.
He's my oldest son's favorite.
What's so funny is that like The Miz has been around for so long, like, and out of all of like the figures that I have, he's never got an ultimate.
Oh. Ooh, yeah, we have to have a day where I bust out all my figures so we can talk more figures too, by the way, because I know you guys are
definitely going to be one of the agendas for one.
I got it.
Mine are on that.
I'm ashamed about the boxes and boxes of things I have not displayed. That I'm like, I'm going to sell them one day, and then I never.
I have.
Than it does just to see them in a box. I'd rather see my stuff in a box and sell it. At least I know it's still mine.
I have every ultimate up to date except for like the first. I think that's like the first 3 series. I don't have all of it, but leading up to that, I have every single one.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
All on. I mean, I might be like I got all of that.
Very nice.
One hanging.
I love the Sean hanging.
Is that Sean? That makes sense.
And then I might have to get up, but I'll take a little detour. So I got all of this too.
Wow, very cool, man.
Yeah, so it's like that song from Family Guy about $30,000 in credit card debt. Yeah, that's me.
A lot of my collection happened over COVID when I was just like trying to keep myself from being depressed, and I just kept ordering shit. I'm like, stop.
My collection started
I couldn't go out to eat, so
my collection started when I lived in Florida, and that's when I lived in Florida, I found podcasts, and then I found the wrestling figure podcast, and then I was like, oh, now I want to start collecting toys. So that's what I started doing.
Hey.
So how do you feel? How do you feel about Matt Cardona getting his butt kicked by Randy?
He literally called.
Brutal. The words were brutal too.
He called him an indie nerd.
He called him all the things that we are.
Yeah, he called.
That's why he did it.
He called him a stupid podcaster, an indie nerd, and he told him to go play with action figures.
Yeah, and he called him
on live TV, which I found I found the indie nerd thing so weird because it's like, but he didn't make his name on the indies. He made his name on SmackDown during the 2000s.
He did, but man, did he reimagine the indies for everybody.
Oh yeah, I mean,
just like he took it and ran when he was in SmackDown, when it was his whole YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
He reinvents. I just love that man.
Matt Cardona's great.
And it gave me it gave more light on the indies, which I love. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
He is literally a world championship away from being a Grand Slam champion.
It's gonna happen. Ooh, what if Randy gets it and that's who takes it from him?
I'd be on board for that. That would be kind of cool. I would be very on board for that, actually.
I could see that. I could see that.
That'd be cool.
I saw Damian Priest is only an Intercontinental Championship away from a Grand Slam champion too.
Really? Just won the tag belts with R-Truth.
Yeah, he just won the tag titles, and so yeah, he's just an Intercontinental Championship away from becoming a Grand Slam.
He's got it's been a while then for that because he was already a tag champ, wasn't he?
No. Yeah. Yes. No, he was a tag champ with Finn when the Judgment Day. When they were the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Gotcha. I was trying to picture. I feel like the Judgment Day, all of the iterations have been tag champs at some point. Like
because after they kicked the Terror Twins out, it was Finn and JD, but they held the new titles.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, let's see. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely full WrestleMania swing now.
You think we're gonna see Finn get a shot at the world belt and actually get it this time and hold on to it a little bit longer than a day?
I hope so.
He deserves it.
I agree. Finn Balor's been one of my favorites since back when he was still in the Indies.
I just don't understand. Like I understand injuries like hinder a lot of things, but like why not give him another shot?
Because that was the old man who, if he thought you would break, he wouldn't put the world belt on you because he didn't want you to break. That's why if you look at a lot of those old guys, they were workhorses, dude. They were jacked more than you should be.
Yeah, but I get that. But now it's like Triple H, where you got to think about it. Finn came up in that Triple H NXT system. Like, why?
Well, I think that's why they broke him apart from the Judgment
Day.
So,
yeah, I mean,
his whole face turn is going to go big, and I think it'll take the Demon for him to get the championship again.
Which I'm okay with.
Me too. I miss the Demon.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think his match at Mania is going to be against Dom.
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt it's going to be, but it's not going to be Finn. It's going to be Demon Finn versus Dom.
Yeah.
Because they've been trying to hint at that for a bit now, so it only makes sense to trigger at Mania.
And then I think Dom is going to drop the AAA title to El Grande, and that's what's going to set up Dom versus Finn. I don't see Dom going into Mania as a champion of anything.
Probably not, because he's had how many belts in the last couple of years?
Yeah, he's been cursed. Hey, got cursed by Danhausen.
Can I just add, I popped like a fucking kid when out came Danhausen. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I love Danhausen so much. I was so excited. I was like, someone get cursed. even though he got booed out of that entire stadium, like everyone did. Like I don't know if it's just because there's a lot of like current wrestling fans who don't pay attention to the indie circuit and don't know who Danhausen was, but a lot of people were not happy that WWE wasted, like, I think it was like 3 weeks of a box thing, and then everyone was like, oh, it's just Danhausen.
I think it was less of a, I think people were just expecting something more more involved, like a big return or something bigger than
Danhausen.
I think that's why they grew on him the next show, because it was like, all right, yeah, Danhausen's awesome, but this is not what we wanted in that moment.
Yeah.
Which is not what we expected. We had all this build up. Who were they teasing? Jericho.
Yeah.
Like, so when Danhausen came out, it was like, all right, this is cool and all, but boo! Like, what is this? The gobbledygooker?
That's what some wrestling analyst said that too. Is like he's just another gobbledygooker.
No, he is definitely not, because Danhausen is the man.
I'm waiting for the Danhausen art.
And if anybody says anything negative, they're going to be cursed. So you should probably be careful.
Yeah, because we know Danhausen.
I met him. I've been looking for my picture ever since he premiered again. And I'm like, damn it, awesome. Winston and my son and I met him at Heroes Hideout right before he got signed with AEW, and he had the broken leg.
Cool. Oh yeah, nice. Oh yeah. I saw that interview with him with Chris Van Vliet. Like, how was it to get under the ring with a broken leg? He said it was probably one of the most difficult things he's ever had to do.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Like, because he wasn't even cleared to when he got signed with AEW, he wasn't cleared to wrestle. But they were like, "Hey, we need you to do a spot." And he goes, he did it anyway, though.
Yep. But then that's another injury after injury. Like, then he had a torn pec at AEW too.
Yeah, torn pec. Get that.
The dude can actually go. Like, he's a pretty good wrestler.
I
kind of like that WWE's like, look, we don't even have to make him wrestle, and he's enhancing everything, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, I honestly think that they brought him in just because R-Truth is 52. R-Truth's not going to be around forever, and I think that's why Danhausen's there. He's going to be that next comedic relief backstage.
That's what I thought when I first saw him. I was like, oh, they're going to kind of eventually R-Truth and him will meet, and it will kind of be that thing. And then and that's what I'm waiting for. When him and R-Truth run into each other for the first time, that's going to be comedy fucking gold. I'm going to be.
What are they going to call each other? Like
Truthhausen?
Or I don't know, like how Danhausen is a different name for everybody. Like Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, is he going to refer to
Cold Stone Steve Austin.
Cold Stone Steve Austin,
I
exactly.
Love that one. That was one of my favorites.
Or Pepsi Phil.
Yeah. He's literally got a Pepsi tattoo right on his arm. Pepsi Phil.
What was
Jimmy wants to know Dream in their prime matches. And his was Kevin Von Erich against Edge.
Whoa.
And a prime Edge and a prime Von Erich? Ooh.
I like that.
Shut up and take
a prime Edge and any prime Von Erich would be good.
Exactly.
I mean, you even take
even Fritz.
Fritz, take Texas Tornado or AKA Carrie,
dude, that'd be awesome.
That would be good.
That would be amazing.
I'm kind of mad that WWE kind of shit the bed with the Von Erichs. I understand they inducted the Von Erichs into the Hall of Fame, but then they were like, hey, we inducted you, we want nothing else to do with you. Because could you imagine if instead of AEW having the Von Erichs kids, Kevin's sons, could you imagine if WWE had them and used them properly?
Yeah.
Because
pretty awesome.
WWE's tag team division is kind of
But it has been since, I want to say, late 2000s. 2010 is when the tag team just got pushed on the back burner.
Well,
up until then, they've had some really good tag teams and tag team matches.
I mean, Vince always hated tag team wrestling, so.
Well, you know what, though? I don't understand why, because not to point out the age thing again, but when I was a kid, the things I remember the most, other than obviously Hulkamania and all this stuff, even, speaking of Macho Man, even them, it was tag team wrestling. It was the
Mega Powers.
The Mega Powers. I was said superpowers. But the best things about my childhood were putting Coco Beware and Owen Hart together. The tag champion.
Yeah.
I was a Rockers fan, obviously. All those things are what I remember the most, I think.
I mean, you think about all the other legendary tag teams like Midnight Express, Four Horsemen, Rockers, DX, NWO. I don't know. I feel like APA, Freebirds,
New Age Outlaws,
Philadonas,
the Usos. I guess we could rope them in there. They're pretty great.
The Usos are. I will die on that hill. The Usos are one of the best tag teams of all time.
Hardy's Dudley Boys.
Yeah. Though I will disagree and say the Dudleys are the best tag team ever.
I mean, they're only. I'll give you that, but I think the Hardys are the best brother tag team wrestling.
That's fair.
I think the Hardys have a better sibling chemistry than the Usos do.
What about
Steiner Brothers and Road Warriors? Both great tag teams.
Yes. What about Edge and Christian? They're brothers, remember?
Oh man, I believe that as a little kid. Oh my god, I was like telling everyone like they're real brothers. They're a tag team.
It was. I mean, hey, we all grew up thinking that Kane and Undertaker were real brothers too. They played that.
True. Oh yeah, that's speaking of a tag team.
Oh, they were so good. Like, who would really want to be in the same ring with The Undertaker and Kane? You know you're going to go up in the air and it's going to hurt on the way down. Regardless of which one you're in the ring with, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, true.
And back in those days when they were still young and spry, oh, I can't even imagine.
Like, yeah, remember Undertaker was like doing like over the top rope dives back in the day.
Yeah.
Jimmy wants to know Steiner Brothers versus the Hardys in the prime. Who you got? He went with the Steiners.
I would say that I'll give him the Steiners just because it's like that prime Steiners. I mean, you gotta remember. I mean, even like prime Hardys. I mean, you gotta think about it. WWE broke up the Hardys right in their prime, so the Hardys in their prime only were good by themselves.
That's a bold.
That's actually not a bad. All right,
because you got to think about it as the Hardys started to get into their prime and understand like traditional wrestling. They were split up. Matt was ECW champion. Jeff was WWE champion. Like you can't sit there and say that Jeff's prime was when he was world champion.
No, well, a lot of that had to do with his outside lifestyle. But I was going to say, honestly, speaking of drugs, I was going to say that with the Steiners versus the Hardys, is if we take illegal substances off the table, then I think the Hardys could win because the Steiners wouldn't have steroids and the Hardys would be sober. So maybe, but no, the Steiners. I'm with you. I want to see a dream match, by the way. I've been marinating on it. I want to see something like Kenny Omega versus like one of the Von Erichs. Honestly, I'm trying to think of who would be the perfect match in their prime, an old school wrestler versus Kenny Omega.
I'm still gonna lean towards Texas Tornado.
It would be cool, right?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think Kerry would be the best choice for
that. I think Kerry was the more technical wrestler.
Yes, I agree.
Or you know what? I'll just take two of my favorites and put them together. Kenny Omega, Owen Hart.
Ooh, that'd be a banger.
I can see that.
Would be pretty good.
And both Canadians. So
yeah, both Canadians. Yeah, I can see that.
Mine would be Eddie Guerrero and AJ Styles. I think that would be the most fun to watch.
I'm down. Yep.
I mean, prime Latino, Heat from 2005. Like when he came back after he got off all the shit, that Eddie Guerrero against AJ Styles.
Like that, like the Eddie Guerrero, like the Eddie, like 2005, like the Eddie that won like the world championship at like Mania.
Yes, that Eddie. I think that was the prime of his career. Like I love his stuff he did in the 90s, the early 2000s, but I think when he came back after he got clean and shit, best in-ring work of his career, hands down. And he's one of my top two favorite people besides obviously the person on my head.
We can't see him.
Not anymore. He left. I'm not gonna lie. I cried a tiny bit while watching that. I'm not even gonna lie. I cried a little bit. I was like, man, this is like watching my 12-year-old self go put myself to bed for the last time. It's like, oh.
That's how that's how I felt when Triple H retired.
Oh, yeah.
But that's his boy. He loved him.
Yeah.
You're a Triple H. Oh, awesome. Excellent choice for favorite.
Always live and die on that hill that Triple H will just always be the favorite.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No one
He would
can.
have gone even farther if he wasn't punished for a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I mean, he did lose. He lost that that King in the Ring spot for that for the curtain call thing.
Exactly.
That was his punishment.
He couldn't do it to Shawn because Shawn was world champion at the time. You can't hurt
Shawn
the world
was,
champion.
I mean, at that they have that Triple H did that interview with the curtain call thing, and he, he's like, Vince pulled me aside. He goes, someone's gonna have to be punished, and because he was like, hey, listen, Shawn's world champion, we can't do it to him. So, and Kevin and Scott are leaving. So guess what? Guess who's got the shit end of the stick? Oh, it's you.
Yep.
I wonder how quick he called Kevin. I was like, hey, can I come with you?
Like, you fucked me, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Though I do have fond memories of him and Stone Cold being the tag team champs together while they were both world champion and intercontinental champion before he tore his fucking leg up.
Two-man power trip.
Yeah, they were so good together, which I didn't think could be a thing. But that was the only time I hated Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was like, fuck him. Fuck everything about him. But I'm like, but I love Stone Cold. The glass shatters, the goosebumps. But then I get angry because I know what him and Triple H are about to do.
How could you hate the two-man power trip? That's such a...
I don't hate it. I love it.
It's an abusive relationship. You're like, yay, glass shattering, but no.
It's hard for me to wrap my mind around that Stone Cold was a bad guy that the only time in his career I hated. Like, I could not stand him, but I love two-man power trip.
Yeah.
It's a Catch 22 or whatever it's called.
I would say if I had to pick a dream match, which I've already done my dream match, and I think we're gonna post that next week, is
yes.
So my dream match was back in, what was it? It was either like 99 or 2000, and it's when DX invaded WCW, when they went down the road and they're banging on the door. What would have happened instead of leaving the door closed? What would have happened if they opened the door backstage and let DX in? So the dream match is Triple H and the New Age Outlaws versus Hollywood Hogan and the Outsiders. What would have happened if the door was open? Technically, what would have happened if the first ever Forbidden Door would have been opened?
That's a good. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That even when you like think about it, like I can't wait to see it. But like thinking about like that moment in time, if that door would have went up and Nash Hall and Hogan were just standing there on the other side of the door, I would have lost my shit because I was a kid when that happened. I would have lost it. I'd be like,
yeah,
this is the coolest thing ever. The two biggest factions at that moment having a standoff. They didn't even have to touch it. I would have been like, I love this. I'm a full fan forever. Absolutely would have lost it.
What I find funny is they've talked about interviews with that, and like even Kevin Nash was like, he goes, I was on the other side of that door. I listened to the whole thing. He's like, I really wanted to open that door. He goes, I know if I opened it, I would have been fired. Ted Turner would have fired me right there on the spot if I opened up that door.
So Jimmy's got another good one for us. Got a real life wrestling match for you. Kurt Angle versus the Iron Sheik in their primes. A real match.
Yes, do it.
You know what
I love it.
You know what, that screams a lot of chain wrestling right there.
Yes.
That is a lot of chain wrestling. That's a lot of holds, and that's a lot of headlocks and suplexes, and
it would be good shit though.
Camel clutch versus ankle lock.
Oof, it's not a bad idea.
It's still America versus evil foreign heel.
And I mean that was the whole buildup in the early 70s and through the 80s until they went goofy and got all the goofy kid stuff. It's Major Lazer. Brr, brr, brr.
Yeah,
Goofy wrestling for life. Simon Miller always said it. Goofy
I
wrestling
agree.
for life. Love it. Give me the cheesy nonsense. Give me Doink. I don't even care.
Repo Man. Has he always
Repo
said
Repo
Man.
Man is
Hey,
good.
hey, listen, Repo Man's going to the Hall of Fame this year.
Is he really?
I mean, he was the member Demolition, so yeah.
But he's yeah.
Repo Man, but all right, that's close enough. I'll take that as a
yeah. I mean, you're not. I mean, you're not gonna get Repo Man into the Hall of Fame, but
what if
you're
he
gonna
steals it? He comes out dressed as Repo Man just to steal it.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
Kurt humbled Lesnar backstage, and the Sheik was the boss backstage besides Andre.
Mm-hmm. Kurt humbled Lesnar. Oh, he humbled Lesnar backstage. Oh yeah, he did. Yep. Put him in his place, and then I get what you're saying now.
My bad. I don't read well.
No, I
have a New York education. It failed me.
No insulting. No negative self-talk on this podcast, sir.
I'm not. I'm just saying I don't read well. I'm blaming the school. That's all.
Hey,
I didn't go to school here. It's not your fault. I went to school 3 hours north, up in the sticks. I blame them.
Attacking the shoe gig now.
Where did you go to school?
In Peru. It's 3 hours north from here.
Oh, I went to school here, so my education wasn't any better. So,
hooray! We're all dumb.
I'm from Ohio, so
I don't know anything about Ohio. I assume it's smarter.
Nobody really does.
I mean, anything's gotta be.
That's the point. I don't really even know what's in Ohio besides Cincinnati.
That's where I'm from.
That's about the only thing I know from Ohio.
Cleveland.
There's the 3 C's: Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland.
There you go. Skyline Chili.
Love it.
No idea.
Miss it. Everybody else thinks it's disgusting, but it's okay.
Josh doesn't know what Skyline Chili is.
I do not.
Oh my god. So the big thing in Ohio, Cincinnati style chili is it's more like a hot dog sauce, kind of like it's really thin chili.
Okay.
There's other flavors and stuff in it, including like cinnamon and chocolate, but we won't go into that. But anyway, it's really good. It doesn't sound good, but it is. But they put it on a layer of spaghetti.
Yep.
And then on top, just a mound of shredded cheddar cheese.
Yep.
They call it a 3-way.
I would try that. It sounds delicious. And if you've ever watched the other versions of this show, not this exact one, but the other one I do, we are very food motivated in this show. And I have to shout out my boy Hefty. This is weird that he's not here because usually he's in everything I do.
Hi, Hefty.
We miss you. He'll watch after work. We love you. Sorry you have to work while I do cool things, buddy.
Sorry you got to miss out on this cool thing.
I mean, I always try to drag him along.
But yeah, we should do more food stuff. That'd be cool. Yay! Somebody knows.
That's Cindy.
Gold Star and Skyline are both good. It's like a battle when you're there, though. Finally shaved pound of cheese on top of the dog. Oh yeah, that's how we did the conies too. A chili cheese coney. It's like a little mini hot dog, the chili sauce, and it's just a shit ton of cheese.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, it's the Midwest. We live on cheese.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. Pam says I miss poutine and perch.
Ooh,
I love poutine.
Who doesn't? Gravy, French fries, and cheese.
Some people don't. Some people don't like it because they can't get behind the cheese curds. That's why.
Yeah, you're either into cheese curds or you're not. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You gotta like the squeak or you don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, to be fair, I have. I got the majority of my family grew up in like the French speaking part of Canada, so I've had actual like genuine Canadian poutine, and it's really good. So.
I can imagine. I'm jealous. All right, we got to start talking about food, guys. Come on now.
Sorry,
we could do an entire episode on like wrestling connections to food. I guarantee you.
I mean, I do. I don't have it up here, do I? I don't think I do. I have the JR's cookbook.
Nice.
That's cool. I got that. I got that for Christmas one year, and I was like, "Yep, I got that now."
That's.
I thought about trying to cook some stuff in it.
You totally should.
Yeah, we can.
If I could cook, I would try.
You can make, then bring it on the show and eat it, and tell us what you think about it.
Oh God. I mean, my name is Chef Yu, so I guess I could do that.
It's right there, yeah.
Oh, the joys of being a chef for almost 20 years.
You don't miss it, do you?
So sometimes I'd rather be doing that than being what I'm doing now.
Well,
I get that.
I have after the show or sometime I have to let you know about one of my new favorite indie wrestlers, and he's a chef. I think you'd like him.
He's a chef.
He's a legit chef. He just graduated from culinary school, and he's this young up and comer. I love him to death. Chef Caden LeDuc. I absolutely love this kid. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Good for him, though. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, and the best part is when I'm ring announcer, because he works TIW where I do ring announcing, and he always has a cookie, and he slips it to me. Like, I tell him every time it's not going to help win the match, but thank you.
Gotta bribe the referee.
Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome, though. Good for you. But that's cool as hell that he's a legit chef. And
he is. It's really cool. Yeah, he literally makes a bunch of cookies before the show and brings them and hands them out, like wraps them individually and hands them out.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, though.
But then it's funny because some places he's a heel and some places he's a face. So when he's a heel, you're not allowed to have any of his yummy stuff. And when he's a face, he's like, everybody loves, yes, chef. It's his whole, everybody chants, yes, chef. I'm totally putting this kid over. I love you, Caden.
Hey, that's what this is for. That's what we said. We talk about all pro wrestling, and we've done a really good job other than the food segue. But food led us back into wrestling, so it's all good.
Yeah, but listen, you got to remember back in the 90s, wrestling was about food. I mean, they talked about candy asses.
This is true.
And
how many people got thrown through something that had food on it or pie in the food? Food that got wasted.
Were objectified and wrestled in mashed potatoes and gravy, whatever.
I didn't want to bring it up. I'm glad you did and not me.
I mean, Jericho
I literally necessary that the woman brought it up. Yeah, sorry.
And then a couple years ago, Jericho got orange punched into a big pool of mimosas.
I forgot about that.
With a white jacket on. He had a white jacket on too.
I totally forgot about that. Damn.
But see, food is in everything.
It is.
I used to
hate famous matches. I mean, come on, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
That wasn't horrible.
Bray Wyatt's last match.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
Bray Wyatt. I shouldn't say that. It wasn't. Technically that wasn't his last match.
No,
that was his last televised match.
Yes.
Because after that, he did go on the road and do a couple house shows before he took another break before he was home when that happened. So technically, but yeah, the Pitch Black match was his last televised match.
That one hurt. That one sucked. That was news I didn't expect that day, and I was like, wait, what?
I got texted from another friend of mine, and it literally was just on Facebook. All it just said was Bray died, and I was like, no, like that's a work. Like, he's just supposed to be like the scary guy. Like, that's a work. And then nope, it was true.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, wasn't expecting that.
Ooh,
yeah, I was so mad because he was in Albany not long before that at a meet and greet.
Yeah, he was at the Arsenal.
Yeah, the
Armory. The Armory. Yeah, he was at the Armory.
I stood in line all day with my son, and we met Trish, who was right next to where he was set up. And I wanted to all day. I'm like, oh, we should probably spend the money and wait in line to meet Bray too. And I'm like, nah, we have plenty of chances. This is Trish, right? Well, you never know. Meet your heroes while you can.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But that would be a really good dream match, though. Bray in his prime against Undertaker in his prime. Oh, yeah. Like early 90s Undertaker when he was like kicking ass to everybody.
Like Ministry of Darkness Undertaker?
Yes. Yeah. That's my favorite version of the Undertaker, by the way.
My favorite is purple, like Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
When Mabel broke his orbital bone and had to wear a mask.
That's
fair. That's a good one too, though.
To me, that I consider that prime Undertaker right there, because it's like after that he went on a rampage with that, and he he made that shit work.
Yeah.
Like, how many people do you know can just be like, all right, your eye socket is broken. You can't wrestle. He goes, fuck you, I'm not wrestling. I'm just going to come out with a mask. And he made that shit work.
He did.
But that's because Undertaker is the Undertaker. There will only be one Undertaker ever.
If you look up the term workhorse, his picture is next to that word.
Yeah.
He is literally the definition of like, he's WWE's first ever workhorse.
He's the definition of a lot of things. I mean, like he is the locker room leader. He is wrestler's court. He's everything. I mean, Undertaker was just a huge part of everything that made WWE WWF even what it was.
He was the pillar that held everything up, even when shit went upside down. When they had to go against them on Monday nights, like the Undertaker, every Monday was there, just carrying that place. Like,
and now look at him. Now he's booking AAA.
It's so
introduced and telling people they're in the Hall of Fame, even though it's kind of like how he did it with AJ Styles was so weird.
Yeah,
I was like, what is he trying to say right now?
I thought maybe they were gonna have like one more match, and I was pumped for that. But then he did the Hall of Fame thing. I'm like, that took this long to get to that. I felt like you were about to say we got to do this one last time under the lights or something. And I was like,
nah. I don't think that would have happened. I don't even think that would have happened because
I don't think so.
Don't get me wrong. Their match, even though it was like a cinematic during COVID, it was pretty good though. That Boneyard match was.
Yes.
That's yet again another example of the Undertaker getting WWE through a rough time.
Yeah,
like he made cinematic matches work. Well, him and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, him and Bray. Yeah. The two horror figures of WWE managed to make make two of the best cinematic matches in WWE history.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I love the John match. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, that Firefly Funhouse match is the best thing ever. Literally, like
coming on the NWO shirt and like
NWO John Cena came out with the title, like
doing the guitar strumming on it.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to it's those old school shorts he had back in the day, and I'm like, I need to see that in my life. Damn it, John.
The prototype shorts.
I lived through that once already. I didn't need to see it again.
I didn't mind.
You definitely needed to see a 40-something-year-old John Cena in tight ass wrestling shorts.
Not complaining.
She did. So I guess it appealed to the correct people.
No, it was more of the pop as a wrestling nerd than anything.
Oh,
but he did look good still.
All right.
Honestly, that's a whole other thing we could discuss sometime too. Is the COVID era? Like, there's a lot of craziness that happened, but it honestly, if it wasn't for the COVID era, I might not have fallen back in love with wrestling as much as I have, because it's what I had. You know what I mean? Like, I was a single mom home alone with kids. Like, my escape was my kids would literally, I would watch YouTube, like what Culture and Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk. And they're like, oh, mom's talking to her friends again. Because that was my social life, but those matches got us through.
That's actually a really great idea to have a whole fucking show about that, because that was one of the weirdest times of pro wrestling, and it somehow still was cool, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. Everyone was shutting down and doing reduced things. Like, you got to think about the NFL had to reduce. Well, the NFL really didn't shut down, but like all other sports, they either had to reduce their seasons or just not and have no fans, and or you could be like the NFL and you can have fake cardboard fans in your crowd, like the Denver Broncos did when they had South Park cutouts in the stands. But like WWE was like, okay, well, we can't have fans physically. How do we still include the fans? And they were like, oh yeah, we'll just put them on screens.
What was it called? The dome, the
Thunderdome.
It was called Thunderdome. I was like,
yeah, Thunderdome.
Yeah.
And now that's what Pat
McAfee. Yeah, Pat McAfee calls his studio the Thunderdome.
That's awesome.
He's literally got a building that in Florida where he records his podcast, and it just says Thunderdome.
Though, if you haven't watched Pat, you should go check out Pat McAfee. I love that. It's on like usually right after I get out of work. I'll watch it. I love Pat McAfee. I don't
I
care.
do too.
I miss him on commentary.
I do
He
too.
was another one of those amazing people that came in that nobody was like, oh, he's not from the wrestling world, and he freaking killed it.
He literally
in wrestling, like he was one of the first celebrities to in this new era to like, whoa, this dude can go. What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Logan Paul is above and beyond all of those. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the dude, but he's the number one celebrity wrestler. Like, he's not a celebrity to me anymore. He's a wrestler.
Trash, but the boy got skills.
That's
Pat and I think a lot of people forget this. Like, Pat came in during that COVID era.
Yep.
It was him and Michael Cole. Like after like when it was Michael Cole and Triple H in the commentary table, they were like, all right, who can we get to sit with Michael Cole? And they were like, Pat McAfee. And that commentary team carried us through the Thunderdome and carried us through the COVID era.
Yeah. I forgot he was there through that. Through and watch some of those. I haven't watched those since 2020. I try to not remember that as much. Yeah, but I might have to sit back through some of those now because I'm like, wait.
He literally came in. I think he came into SmackDown right after his feud with Adam Cole.
Yeah, which was a good feud, by the way.
He was literally did that whole NXT feud with Adam Cole. Then the world shut down, and then they were like, hey. Like Pat McAfee's like, all right, what do I do? Because there's nothing to do in sports because the sports world just shut down. They're like, hey, you could run the commentary table with Michael Cole during COVID.
And he killed it.
He did. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, we'll end it with this for the night. We got about 4 minutes left, so give us time to discuss this. Best commentary team.
Ooh, best commentary. Are we talking about like, are we talking about just like, can we make a fantasy team or do we have to pick like a real team?
I'll allow both.
Ooh.
So if it's one that you want to see or there's one that's already out there, then that's fine.
If I had to, always gonna go with Jerry the King Lawler. And Jim Ross. Absolutely. I can't not. But if I got to make one up, because see, I also want to say Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. But if I can make one up, like a fantasy one, it's Bobby the Brain Heenan and me.
Yeah, no, we're getting off.
That's fair. That works.
If I had to book one, I would say give me Pat McAfee and Jesse the Body.
Ooh,
that's a pretty good one.
I like that combo.
As long as Jesse can not say stupid shit like he did.
I love the stupid shit that he says.
Yeah, but that's the stuff that gets him in trouble. Like how he got himself in trouble on Saturday Night's Main Event, where he literally called like Drew McIntyre pretty much like a pussy for just walking out of the door of the steel cage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Like, but like, he didn't like say that like on live TV. He kind of like, he said it like while they were like dark, but he still said it in the headset. So it's like,
it's old school mentality, not understand. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have two, but they both revolve around Paul Heyman.
Oh, why are we leaving him out? Of course.
And Pat McAfee, because I think that would just be hilarious banter.
Mm-hmm.
My other one is Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff on commentary. I think would be amazing.
Wow. That would just get mean. It would get mean real quick.
I know. It would be hilarious for us to listen to.
I'll give you that.
We may as well, if we're doing that, we may as well throw Cornette and make it a 3-man.
Oh. Can you imagine?
Poof! Everything explodes.
Within the first 15 seconds.
That's a commentary team that'll instantly get censored like right then and there.
Yep.
That's a commentary team that won't even make it to air. They'll have to censor them and pre-record all of their commentary before they go out.
Well, on that note, we will guys let you go so you guys both enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will be back here tomorrow to do an interview with a director called Andrew about a couple of movies he's got coming out. So I'll be doing that tomorrow.
There you go.
6 o'clock my time. I have to check, but I think that's when it is. And then I'll be back here Thursday, and then I'll be back here Friday because everyone's show now evolves around mine. So I have a very busy week. But thank you guys for this. This is fun. I can't wait to do this again next Sunday, and we'll see you guys back here at 4 p.m. next Sunday for the next fun episode of The Heel Turn. On that note, does anyone have anything to add?
No.
All right.
I'm great.
Have a good night.
Good. Thanks.